and he has been sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. Now, the reason why he is calling her is to ask for her forgiveness and also beg her to wait for him for that 5 years. But his sentence sounds too good to be true, that something in her kept telling her that it is not only 5 years that he was sentenced, that his sentence is more than 5 years. So what she did was that she started to make calls, started to call the guy's friends, started to psych them, ask them some few questions, and after some time she got the right answers that truly the guy was not sentenced to 5 years imprisonment, that it is. In whatever you do in this life, don't take people for granted, because that person you took for granted might be the person that will help you in your time of need. You never can. Okay, so this young lady said she was dating this guy before. They have been dating for years until they started making plans for him to travel abroad. That their plan was, once he travels abroad, he will start working and start finding somehow to get her to there and try to fix her somewhere. That this was their master plan. That they plan to start their family abroad and plan their future ahead. So they had this plan and they worked towards it. She said that she contributed her 1.5 million naira for these dreams and their mission to be achieved. After a few months, he traveled abroad. Now, once he got abroad, things was okay until after a few months. She said that few months after he traveled abroad, things started to change. Their conversations started to change. Everything started to change. That initially she understood the fact that he is working and his work did not give him time for them to talk for that long time. Okay, so she said she was giving herself this excuse, trying to find excuse for him by herself. But after a year and 6 months exactly, this guy called her one day and told her, there is no need for me to beat around the bush. I have sisters and I wouldn't want a situation whereby someone will come and deceive my sisters and even waste their time as well. So for me not to waste your time, I want to tell you this thing on time. I am sorry, this relationship cannot go on. I know we had a plan for us to start our future here in abroad, start our family here in abroad, but this thing cannot work because I don't have any feelings for you anymore. I want to end this relationship. This relationship cannot work anymore. So she said that she was astonished and dumbfounded. She was like, what are you trying to say? Is it this same abroad that we planned it together for you to travel abroad so that our future will be brighter? The future of us and the future of our children will be what? Brighter. Is it this same abroad that you now traveled and you now want to end our relationship? The guy was like, I am sorry. I cannot continue anymore. I don't love you anymore. This thing cannot just work. So you better you just take it like that. Your 1.5 million naira, I'll send it back to you. The girl was like, I don't need your 1.5 million naira. I want what I worked for. This is what we worked for. We worked towards this thing for years. And now that all our dreams are about to come true, you want to end it with me, or you just want to pull me off or throw me off the boat or throw me off the plan? Is this what you wanted to do initially? You should have told me this in on time. The guy was like, this was not my initial plan. Things just happened. Change is constant. This was his exact words. So she said that during the course of this conversation, she was like, unbelievable. This is unbelievable. When they were done with this conversation, apparently, he hung the call. So she now have to call the guy's sisters. The guy's sisters told her that the brother have already told them before this thing, and they tried their best to convince him not to end this relationship, knowing fully well that it will hurt her and scatter all their plans. But all their pleas fell on deaf ears. So this is what is happening. We are sorry that it happened to you. So the girl said that she could not believe her ears, but as days turned to weeks turned to months, her reality turned on her. This is now my reality, and she had to make peace with it, even though she lost her time, her money, her love, and everything. Even her heart was broken. Now she said that this is exactly 8 months after their breakup. She received a call one day. She was like, this number is strange. I don't know this number. So she picked up this call and had a very weak and faint but familiar voice. The guy was like, hello, my dear. She was like, hello, who is this? The guy mentioned his name. She was like, this is unbelievable. Are you truly this person speaking? The guy said, yes. Why is your voice so weak? I can barely recognize your voice. I was only able to recognize your voice because it's been long I know you. The guy was like, I know. So why is your voice so weak? The guy started crying. He broke down in tears and was like begging her, please forgive me. Please forgive me. The girl was like, forgive you for what? Try to go straight to the point. So what happened, or what is happening to you? Are you okay? The guy told her, I am fine, I am alive, but I am not okay. So the lady asked him what really happened. The guy broke down in tears, started telling her again to forgive her, that he knew that he wronged her, and he didn't know whether it's because of what he did to her that he fell into the mess he's into. That currently, right now, that he is in prison. He is in prison and he has been sentenced. The girl was like, what really happened? He told her everything that happened that got him into that mess. You all know, I'll not go into details. Okay, this is now confidential. But he told her everything that happened that got him into this mess. And he has been sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. Now, the reason why he's calling her is to ask for her forgiveness and also beg her to wait for him for that 5 years. That she knew that he really loved her, and she knew that they already have their future planned ahead of time. But he didn't know what happened, why he ended the relationship. But now his eyes are all clear that she should please wait for him for that 5 years. That he is promising her once he is out, he will marry her immediately. But please, she should wait for him for that 5 years. The girl was like, are you for real? You ended that relationship 8 months ago. You traveled abroad that you and I planned, and after some months you ended the relationship. 8 months later, you called me from prison begging me to wait for you, that you have been sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. Now, the lady now said to herself, how am I sure that you were only sentenced to 5 years imprisonment? Because the weight and the gravity of the crime he committed is so heavy. So why is it that it is only 5 years that you were sentenced? So while she was battling with this in her mind, she now have to voice out and asked him, are you sure you were only sentenced for 5 years? The guy said yes, that he hired a very good lawyer, paid him huge amount of money, and they battled it at court, and it ended at 5 years imprisonment. That please, she should wait for him. The lady was like, first of all, you broke my heart. 8 months later, you are calling me from prison, begging me to pause 5 years of my time to wait for you that ended our relationship 8 months ago with no reason, no reasonable reason. Now you're calling me to wait for you for 5 years. You know what will happen? Give me 1 week. Call me back in 1 week time. I will give you my reply. And the guy cried in pain and begged her to please try to consider him. That he will call her back in 1 week time, but he is keeping a positive mindset towards this thing, okay? That she should not disappoint him. That she is the only one that he have, that he knew will not disappoint him. All right. The only one that you have, but you disappointed this lady. You guys planned to travel abroad together. She spent her money, even though the lady said that even the money that she spent, that the guy transferred the money back to her account during the course of the breakup, even though that she not asked him to transfer the money back. Okay, you transfer the money back, fine, but this is you guys plan. You now traveled abroad, or what is like, or not, you ended the relationship that you guys planned together. Now 8 months later, you're calling from prison, beg her to pause her life for 5 years and wait for you. This lady said that she could not believe her ears, but his sentence sounds too good to be true. That something in her kept telling her that it is not only 5 years that he was sentenced, that his sentence is more than 5 years. So what she did was that she started to make calls, started to call the guy's friends, started to cite them, ask them some few questions, and after some time she got the right answers. That truly the guy was not sentenced to 5 years imprisonment, that it is 10 years imprisonment. She was like, what? 10 years imprisonment? Now, this guy broke our relationship. This guy broke my heart. This guy scattered my plan. This guy wasted my time already because we have dated for years. All those years, my time was wasted. 8 months later, he's now calling me to wait for him for 5 years. Now, it is not only that it is 5 years sentence, it is 10 years. And the fact that it is 10 years sentence is not her problem. It's not her pain. But her pain is that the guy lied to her. So what is the guy's plan? Why he have to lie to her? Why not just tell her it is 10 years? Why telling her 5 years initially? So all these things was what was going through her mind. And after 1 week, the guy called back. The lady now asked him again, tell me the truth. How many years were you sentenced? The guy kept and repeated what he said before. 5 years. That was when the lady now told him, I already know the truth. You were sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. Again, the guy broke down crying. Please, don't leave me. You are the only one I have. Don't leave me. You are my only hope. You know I love you. You know we love each other. I know you still love me. I know you still have a place in your heart for me. Blah, blah, blah. And now, oh, now you know she have a place in her heart for you. But initially, you don't have any place in your heart for her. Now you know she will not disappoint you. But you disappointed her, broke her heart, started her dreams. Now you are back. So this lady now asked him, what was your initial plan? Why did you lie to me? Why did you tell me it is 5 years? Whereas you knew it's 10 years. Why did you lie to me? The guy was like, I know if I tell you 10 years, you might not wait. So my plan was that after 5 years, I'll not tell you something happened. They now gave me another 5 years. By then, you will now wait for me because you have already waited for 5 years. So 5 years will not be too far for you to wait for me. You can imagine. This guy is not only wicked, he's also selfish and self-centered. You want to pause another man's daughter's life for 10 years without telling her the truth. At least something that you are asking for someone, you know that is a heavy something. Not everybody will sacrifice his or her time for you. At least be truthful. Come out plain. If the person wants to help you or do what you ask, let it be for that person's heart, not by corny. Not by being corny. It's you are being unreasonable. Now this lady said that she is currently 28 years old. So plus 10 years of her time is 38 years old. She'll be 38 when the guy will be out. Now this is her fear. Her fear is not the 10 years sentence, but her fear is what will happen after 10 years. For this guy to travel outside the country, a year and 6 months later, he ended a relationship of so many years with flimsy excuse. Now, he is calling her to wait or pause her life for 10 years for him. Now, what is her guarantee that after 10 years, when the guy is out, will she be appealing to the guy's side? Will the guy see her and still appreciate her at that age? Will the guy give reasons why he will not fulfill his promise because the guy is promising? What if years later, the guy is out? Now, the guy suddenly realized that she's now too old for him. Or the family members will now start saying, she's too old for you. By then, her life has been wasted. Her life has been wasted by someone that once broke her heart. Where will she start from? There is no guarantee that once this guy is out after 10 years, he will still marry her. Because now she's 28. Who knows how she will be at 38? So this is her problem. Now she told this guy, call me back in 2 weeks time. I want to think about it. Because first of all, you broke my heart. You ended the relationship with no reasonable reason. Secondly, you're not calling me to wait for you for 10 years. I don't have any guarantee. Is there any guarantee? Is there any guarantee? Waiting for you is not the problem. What is my guarantee? So she's asking us, what do you advise her to do? Should she wait for him? Or should she not? Or there is another thing she said. Should she force the guy to call his people to come and pay her bride price so that it will be a guarantee, an assurance to her that she is now his wife? Not just she will be his wife after 10 years, but she will be his wife from now till 10 years. That she don't have any problem waiting for him for 10 years. She don't have any single problem about that. Do you think she should tell his people to come and pay her bride price while he's still in prison and wait for him for 10 years? Or should she wait for him for 10 years without being his wife? Or should she not wait for him at all? What do you advise this lady to do? Your advice is highly needed. Please kindly drop them in the comment section. This is the end of our story. My name is Queenette. See you in the next story. Bye.